Look, the problem is that there is an overwhelming amount of evidence that confirms you are the person that you think you are. You have so many reference experiences that you've gone through in your life that support your theory, that tell you that you're right, and therefore you end up living in a confirmation bias loop where you're constantly behaving in a way that's in alignment with the person that you think you are. Just be yourself, right? But what if you want to change yourself? What if you're not happy with who you are right now? What if you want growth and progress? Well, you can't just continue to behave the way that you've been behaving up until this point, because then you'll continue to get the same results, and of course nothing will change. However, you'll have to make some kind of shift. Where do you start? Is it in your identity? Is it by believing that you're somebody that you're not? Or is it habit change? Maybe it's trying to form a new belief and convince yourself that, you're strong and powerful and you can do anything. Rather, I'd suggest it's to vote for a new identity, to confirm that you are becoming who you want to become by behaving accordingly. If every single day you smoke a cigarette, you are a smoker. However, if you eat a healthy diet and you stick to a consistent workout routine, then you probably feel like you're a healthy person because you are. You're behaving like that. It confirms the bias, and then you continue to behave like that. If you want a shift, start stacking up votes that counteract the old ones. Maybe you've even been doing everything wrong in your life up until this point. It doesn't matter. You can free yourself at any point by just changing your day-to-day behavior. Your votes need to stack in your favor if you're going to get what you want. This idea that you should brainwash yourself or that you should somehow try to convince yourself that you're somebody that you're not, fake it till you make it, for example, it will never really be lasting change because it's not built on a strong foundation. The only way that you can really get yourself to buy into becoming a new person is to actually become a new person by following through. Keep your promises to yourself. Don't say stuff to yourself and promise that you're going to stick to a routine or do something all the time that's good for you when you behave in the opposite way. That just damages your self-esteem even further. When I used to be obese and wanted to lose weight, when I lost 60 pounds, it was from being aggressive and working out, eating healthy every day. When I wanted to become a good speaker because I used to have social anxiety and I was afraid of people, really, then I spoke every day, either in front of the camera, with new people, or even on stage. When I wanted to build a good relationship, I worked on my relationship every day. Not just on the relationship, but also on my communication skills. When I wanted to improve my mental health and raise my baseline level of happiness, I meditated every day to build gray matter in my brain, and I started thought journaling. The point that I'm trying to put across is no matter what growth or result or outcome you want to see, it's possible. Anything is pretty much possible within reason, and so there is no reason why you can't have what you want unless you make one up for yourself. Your excuses, your own bullshit that you sell to yourself and then buy into and really believe is what's holding you back from what you really want. There is nothing and nobody that can really get in your way as much as you can. And so today you can make a decision right now in this moment to step out of your own way, because you can have your excuses or you can have your results, but not both. You only get to choose one. And this isn't a decision that you make one time and then you change your life forever. You're deciding every day. It's a little bit of willpower. It's a little bit of routine. It's a little bit of thoughtfulness and planning in advance, but all put together, it's not a difficult recipe. Muster up a little bit of that motivation, a little bit of that willpower, a little bit of you having a fire in your belly and saying to yourself, enough is enough. Be your own genie and grant your own greatest wish instead of waiting for the world to hand it to you on the silver platter, or instead of hoping that one day you can have what you want. Make a plan right now. Write down step by step. What can I do every single day to get one step closer to my goal? This isn't rocket science, and there are plenty of people who already have whatever it is that you want, most likely at least, unless it's really outlandish. Even then, it's more so about giving yourself permission. And if you haven't already given yourself permission, then I'm asking you to do so right now. Tell yourself, I allow myself to be happy. I allow myself to have what I want in my life. I'm not going to stop myself, hold myself back, or doubt myself for another day. And by the way, if you want to skyrocket your confidence, crush all your life goals, and consistently see progress every week, then I suggest that you jump over to erafael.com. Over there, you can book a one-on-one call with me. We'll talk, see if we're a good fit, and if so, I'll coach you and hold you accountable every week to make sure that you're hitting your goals. Again, if you want to take advantage of that, go to erafael.com or hit up the link in the description. Finally, I just want to ask you, what would you do if there were no restrictions, no ifs, ands, or buts? What if you were really allowed to dream and let yourself imagine what your life could truly be like at its peak? The follow-up question to that being, what's the reason you can't have that right now? Whatever reason you just came up with, whatever answer you had, it's not valid, and you shouldn't validate it, and you shouldn't buy into it, because if you do, you've agreed and signed the contract and said, you know what, I can't have what I want. I'm not allowed to. I've found something that matters more. This reason, this excuse is more powerful than my desire, my will. And as a human being, are you really going to limit yourself like that? Are you really going to continue to limit your existence, the little precious time that you have on this planet to enjoy, to really live? Are you going to throw that away because of some reason that you've bought into, God knows why? Maybe you need to splash yourself with a little bit of cold water, or maybe you gotta slap yourself in the face, because there's no way that that can take precedent over your true desire, your dream, your aspirations. Don't let it overtake you. If you've gone down that rabbit hole, today is the day to dig yourself back out and get yourself on track towards what you really want and what really matters in your life.